from the aspect of special teams, what does it take to be good on special teams, in your opinion?
I think the most important thing is effort. It's one play and you just go balls to the wall, really. And that's all it is to really special teams is just know what you're doing and your effort.
Hey, James, just wondering what you think the biggest key is in these next few weeks and months before training camp as far as trying to make a good impression on the coaching staff and showing that you can be an NFL player.
Just stay healthy, condition, and most important, in your playbook, really. It's not the best. It's the best feeling for a coach to bring in a rookie and knows most of the stuff, and the only thing you have to do is critique him a little bit. And that's what I'm doing, really, is just stay in my playbook as much as I can. So when I get there, there's not that much you could teach me, and it's just playing ball now.
Hey, James, Tyler Drake with 98.7 FM, Arizona Sports Station. Just curious if you've had any more time to maybe look at the Cardinals defense from last year, and what was your overall thoughts on that?
They have a great defense. It's really I can't really say anything about it. It's just that they all work together, communicate very well, and making plays all over the place. So I'm just happy to be a part of this team and trying to help win the championship, really.
Okay, next up is going to be Bob and Darren.
There we are. Hey, James. Good to see you.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. You were asked about what you could learn from Budda Baker. I'm curious as to what it would be like to play with him on game days, assuming you can someday win a starting spot on that defense.
To me, it's like kind of like you're meeting a celebrity, but also you're working with them at the same time. So my mindset is like try not to be starstruck at first when I meet them, because it's just like, man, like you're the GOAT at the safety position here. So it's an honor just to be in your presence, but also I get to learn from you. So that's what I'm excited about. And just to taking all the knowledge that he teaches me and watch him how he play the game and why he does it, and try to understand that, and hopefully one day I could play like him or better.
James, I'm curious, when people talk about you being good on special teams, is that something that you embrace when people talk about it? Do you feel like the part of your game that is defensive and with the safety, do you think that gets forgotten about because you are so good on special teams?
No, not at all. I just take it as a compliment, really. And like special teams is an important part of the game. I know I want to be in the starting lineup, but also to get to that point, you have to be a dog on special teams.
Okay, we're going to come back to Bob.
James, two things on the question I asked you about someday playing with Budda. What kind of tandem do you think you could help make in your style of play? What are you going to bring to that back end if you were fortunate enough to play with him? And also, I'll ask you one after you answer that, if that's all right.
Okay. To be honest, it's just my style of play with Budda. We could disguise more. He could cover, I could cover. So to disguise, like, all right, he's not just a cover safety, he's a down safety, he's free safety, and me and him could mix it up and stuff like that. So being able to play with him, I think that's what we could bring to the table, to confuse the quarterback, and he can't get a pre-snap read of what we're doing as defense. And next thing you know, me and him blitzing and come off the edge or inside the A-gap and getting a sack for a turnover. So we could bring a lot to the table with me and Budda.
I like it. Let me ask you this one now. Just you were one of 3 DBs drafted on day 3, and they are really hoping that all 3 of you guys can be draft steals. What would it be like to be a part of that if all 3 of you can kind of defy the odds and end up being, difference makers at the NFL for late round picks?
Just take it like a chip on the shoulder. Really, I think we are the steals of the draft, and people are sleeping on us, and Arizona was smart enough to pick us up. And once we show the world what we can do, it's just gonna shock everybody.